I didn't yell. I didn't throw my drink. I just looked at her, really looked at her, and felt the last 2 years of my life dissolve into a fine gray powder. "You don't get it, Mark," she said, taking a sip of her Pinot Grigio, her eyes bored, scanning the restaurant for someone more interesting than me. "I'm the prize. That's how relationships work. You chase. I decide if you catch me. If I want to see you on Friday, I'll let you know on Friday. If I don't, you wait. Don't be clingy. It's unbecoming." She actually checked her watch while saying this. "I'm Mark, 32. I'm an architect. I'm not a doormat." Or at least I didn't think I was until that exact moment. Alice, 27, sat across from me, radiating that specific kind of arrogance that comes from being beautiful and never hearing the word no in your entire life. We'd been together for 26 months. The first year, magic. The last 6 months, a slow suffocation. She'd cancel dates 10 minutes before they started because she wasn't feeling the vibe. She'd ghost me for 3 days and then blow up my phone if I didn't reply to her within 3 minutes. But this was the manifesto. This was her saying the quiet part out loud. "So," I said, my voice surprisingly steady. "Let me get this straight. My time belongs to you, but your time belongs to you. I'm on standby, like an unpaid intern or a backup generator." She rolled her eyes. "You're being dramatic. I'm just setting boundaries. I value my freedom. If you can't handle a high-value woman, just say that. A high-value woman." The phrase hung in the air between us, smelling faintly of entitlement and expensive perfume. "Okay," I said. She blinked. "Okay. Understood. You decide when we see each other. You decide the schedule. I won't pressure you anymore. I won't ask for dates. I won't text first. I'll respect your freedom completely." She smirked. It was a victory smirk. "Finally. I knew you were smart." She didn't realize I wasn't agreeing to her terms. I was accepting her resignation from the position of partner and reassigning her to stranger. I paid the bill, old habits die hard, and walked her to her Uber. She didn't lean in for a kiss. She just waved, already typing on her phone. "I'll let you know about the weekend," she threw over her shoulder. "Don't worry about it," I murmured, but the car door had already slammed shut. The walk back to my apartment was cold, but my chest felt like a furnace. I didn't block her number. That's childish. Blocking implies emotion. Blocking implies I care enough to build a wall. No, I just deleted our text thread. Then I went home, opened a beer, and stared at the calendar on my fridge. My birthday was next week. We had talked about a weekend trip to a cabin upstate. I had already put down the deposit. She hadn't confirmed if she could get the Friday off yet, despite me asking 5 times. I picked up my phone, canceled the cabin reservation, and got my deposit back minus $50. Then I called my friend Dave. "Yo," Dave answered, sounding groggy. "It's Tuesday, man. You still doing that motorcycle trip down the coast next week?" "Yeah? Why? You said Alice wouldn't let you go." "Alice is busy being a prize," I said. "I'm in, and I'm bringing the vintage Triumph." "No shit? Dude, yes, we leave Friday morning." The next 3 days were silence. Pure, unadulterated radio silence. Normally, by Wednesday, I'd be sending a "hope your week is going well" text or a funny meme, trying to gauge her mood, trying to see if I was allowed to see her that weekend. This time, nothing. I worked. I prepped my bike. I went to the gym and actually finished a full workout without checking my phone between sets to see if she'd replied. Thursday afternoon, a text came in. Alice. "Hey, might be free Friday night. Keep it open." I looked at the screen. Keep it open, like a loading dock delivery slot. I didn't reply. 2 hours later. Alice. I was busy packing saddlebags. I saw the notification and swiped it away. Friday morning, 5:08 a.m. Dave and 2 other guys were outside my place, engines idling. The air was crisp. I felt alive for the first time in months. As I swung a leg over my bike, my phone buzzed. "Alice. Good morning? Are we doing dinner or what? I need to know so I can tell the girls if I'm free." I put the phone in my jacket pocket, zipped it up, and kicked the starter. The roar of the engine drowned out everything. We hit the highway as the sun came up. I didn't check my phone until we stopped for lunch at a roadside diner 4 hours away. 7 missed calls, 12 texts. Alice. "Mark?" Alice. "Why aren't you answering?" Alice. "This is immature. I said I might be free." Alice. "Hello?" Alice. "You're punishing me because I was honest with you. Classic toxic masculinity." Alice. "Pick up the phone." I ordered a burger and a milkshake. I took a photo of the burger greasy beautiful, topped with bacon, and posted it to my Instagram story. Caption, road trip, no service, no stress. Then I turned my phone off. We rode for 4 days. We camped under the stars. We drank cheap whiskey around a fire. We talked about everything except women. It was a detox. It was an exorcism. When I turned my phone back on Sunday night, the battery almost died from the flood of notifications. 34 texts, 15 voicemails. The tone had shifted from annoyed to furious to confused. Alice, Friday, 9 p.m. I'm at your apartment. You're not here. Where the hell are you? Alice, Saturday, 10 a.m. You canceled the cabin for your birthday? Are you insane? Alice, Sunday, 2 p.m. Mark, this isn't funny. My mom is asking where you are. I didn't reply. I was adhering strictly to her rules. She decides when she sees me. Currently, she wasn't seeing me. I got back to the city late Sunday night. My apartment felt different. Quiet, but a good quiet. Not the lonely quiet of waiting for a text, but the peaceful quiet of ownership. Monday morning at work, I was focused. I crushed a presentation I'd been half-assing for weeks because my brain space had been occupied by Alice drama. At 11 a.m., the receptionist pinged me. Mark, there's an Alice here to see you. She doesn't have an appointment. I frowned. Alice hated coming to my office. She said it smelled like dust and nerds. Tell her I'm in a meeting and I'm booked until 5. She says it's an emergency. Is she bleeding? She looks mad. Not an emergency? Tell her to text me and I'll check my schedule. I could practically hear the receptionist smiling. She never liked Alice. I went out the back exit for lunch. I wasn't playing a game. I genuinely didn't want to see her. I realized that the moment she walked into my lobby, my stomach had clenched. Not butterflies. Dread. Why would I invite that back in? At 5:30 p.m., I walked out of the building. She was there, leaning against the wall, arms crossed, tapping her foot. She looked stunning, objectively, but all I saw was a headache in high heels. You, she hissed, pushing off the wall. You have some nerve. Hey, Alice, I said, walking towards the subway. What's up? She scrambled to keep up with my stride. What's up? You vanished. You ignored me for 4 days. You missed our weekend. I stopped and turned to her. The rush hour crowd flowed around us. Our weekend? You told me to keep it open on Thursday. You didn't confirm anything. I made other plans. You went on a motorcycle trip. I saw Instagram. I did. It was great. You didn't ask me. You said you choose when you see me. You didn't say you choose what I do when I'm not seeing you. Her face turned a blotchy red. That's semantics. You know what I meant? You're supposed to be available. No, I said, dropping the smile. I'm supposed to be a partner. You fired me from that role, remember? You're the prize. I'm just the guy waiting in the lobby. Well, the guy got tired of waiting and went to get a burger. So you're breaking up with me? Her voice cracked. It wasn't sadness. It was disbelief. I thought we were already broken up. You basically told me you wanted a fan, not a boyfriend. I'm retiring from the fandom. You can't just... I have stuff at your place. I boxed it up. It's with the doorman. I dropped it off this morning. She stared at me, mouth open. You pack my things? Standard procedure for a canceled subscription. I turned and walked down the subway stairs. She didn't follow. She was too shocked. Week 2. The fallout was nuclear. Her friends blew up my phone calling me a narcissist, a gaslighter, a pig. I didn't engage. I just deleted the messages. But then, the shift happened. Wednesday of the second week, I got a letter, not a text. A handwritten letter left in my mailbox. Mark, I'm sorry. I was scared. I felt like things were getting too serious, and I tried to take control. I handled it wrong. I miss you. I miss us. Can we please get coffee? Just coffee. I'll work around your schedule. Please. Alice. It smelled like her perfume. It was a nice touch. I didn't answer. Why? Because I had met Sarah. Sarah was the anti-Alice. I met her at the dog park. I didn't even have a dog. I was just sitting there sketching on my lunch break. A golden retriever barreled into me, knocking my sketchbook into the dirt. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I looked up. Messy bun, yoga pants covered in dog hair, laughing eyes. She wasn't perfect like Alice. She was real. He loves art, she joked, helping me wipe off the page. He's a critic. We talked for an hour. She didn't check her phone once. She asked me questions. She listened to the answers. She didn't talk about herself as a prize. She talked about her job as a vet tech, her love for bad sci-fi movies, and her obsession with spicy Thai food. I know a great Thai place, I said. Tonight? She didn't say, I'll let you know. She didn't say, keep it open. She smiled. 7 p.m., I'll meet you there. Simple. Easy. No games. We went out 3 times that week. It was effortless. I realized how much energy I had been wasting trying to decode Alice's mixed signals. With Sarah, if she liked me, she touched my arm. If she wanted to see me, she said, "When can I see you again?" Week 3. Alice was escalating. She wasn't just texting. She was showing up places she knew I'd be. My gym, my favorite coffee shop. She'd be there, accidentally, looking impeccable, trying to catch my eye. I'd nod and keep moving. It drove her insane. One night, I was at my apartment with Sarah. We were cooking dinner, actually cooking, not ordering expensive sushi like Alice always demanded. Flour was everywhere. We were making homemade pasta and failing miserably, laughing so hard my ribs hurt. My buzzer rang. It was 9:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. I checked the video intercom. It was Alice. She looked wrecked, makeup running, hair frizzy. She was wearing a trench coat over what looked like pajamas. She was crying. "Mark, please, I know you're in there. I need to talk to you. Something happened. It's important." Sarah looked at me, concerned. "Is that her?" "Yeah." "Do you need to go down?" "No." But Alice kept buzzing, long, insistent presses. "I can't just leave her out there if something is wrong," I sighed. "I'll be 5 minutes. I'm sorry." "It's okay," Sarah said, wiping flour off her nose. "I'll watch the water boil." I went down to the lobby. I didn't let her up. When I opened the glass door, Alice practically fell into me. She smelled like wine and desperation. "Mark! Oh God, Mark! I made a huge mistake. I was so stupid. You were the best thing I had and I treated you like garbage." She tried to hug me. I took a step back. "Alice, what's the emergency?" "The emergency is that I'm miserable. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I went on a date yesterday with some finance guy, and all I could think about was you and how you used to listen to my work stories and how you made coffee in the morning. I want you back. I'll change. I swear. I'll be different. I'll be whoever you want me to be." She was sobbing now, ugly gasping sobs. A month ago, this would have broken me. I would have held her, apologized, for what, and promised to fix it. Now, I just felt pity. "Alice," I said gently, "you don't want me. You want the attention I gave you. You want the validation. You're lonely, and I was your reliable source of ego." "No, I love you. You told me I don't decide anything. You told me I have to wait for you to choose me. Well, I learned something in the last 3 weeks." She looked up, mascara streaking her cheeks. "What?" "I realized I have a choice too, and I choose not to be treated like an option." "I take it back. I take it all back." "You can't. You showed me who you are. You showed me how little you respect me. You can't unring that bell." "Is there someone else?" she asked suddenly, her eyes narrowing, the sadness instantly replaced by suspicion. "Is that it? You found some slut?" "Go home, Alice." "There is. Who is it? Is she up there?" She tried to push past me toward the elevators. I blocked her path. "Alice, stop. You are embarrassing yourself." "Let me see her. I bet she's ugly. I bet she's stupid. Does she know you're a quitter? Does she know you walk away when things get hard?" "I didn't walk away when things got hard," I said, my voice hard as stone. "I walked away when you told me I wasn't allowed to stand next to you." I motioned to the doorman, who had been watching awkwardly from his desk. "Jerry, can you call Alice a cab?" "No, I'm not leaving." "Then Jerry will call the police. Your call." She froze. She looked at me, and for the first time, she didn't see the guy she could manipulate. She saw a stranger. "I hate you," she whispered. "I know," I said. "It's easier than blaming yourself." She stormed out, shoving the door open so hard it banged against the wall. I waited until the taillights of the cab disappeared around the corner. Then I went back upstairs. Sarah was pouring the wine. The pasta was a lumpy disaster on the counter. "Everything okay?" she asked. "Yeah," I said, exhaling a breath I felt like I'd been holding for 2 years. "Just closing a chapter." "Good, because I think we ruined the pasta. We might have to order pizza." I laughed, pulling her in for a hug. "Pizza sounds perfect. I decide pepperoni." "Whoa, bold choice," she teased. "We'll see if I approve. We can negotiate. Deal." We ate pizza on the floor. We laughed, we talked, 6 months later. I'm still with Sarah. It's not perfect. We argue about what movie to watch. She leaves her socks everywhere, and I'm sometimes too focused on work. But it's real. It's a partnership. When I text her, she replies, "When we make plans, we keep them." I saw Alice once. We ran into each other at a mutual friend's wedding. She was with a guy who looked like he cost a lot of money. He was on his phone the entire time. She looked miserable, scanning the room, looking for eyes on her, looking for that hit of validation. She saw me. She saw Sarah laughing at something I said, her hand resting easily on my shoulder. Alice's eyes locked with mine. I didn't look away. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel longing. I raised my glass slightly in a toast. "Good luck," the gesture said. "You got what you wanted. You're the prize. Hope it's worth it." She looked away first. I turned back to Sarah. "You want to dance?" "God, no, I hate this song," Sarah laughed. "Let's go find the cake. Lead the way." And I followed her. Not because I had to, not because I was waiting for permission, but because there was nowhere else I wanted to be. Update: the aftermath. A lot of you are asking for more details on the control freak dynamics and how I missed the red flags for so long. Looking back, it's embarrassing. It's the frog in boiling water analogy. It started small. "Oh, I can't do Tuesday, I'm tired." Then it became, "Why are you asking me about Friday on a Monday? You're suffocating me." She weaponized the word clingy. If I wanted to see her more than once a week, clingy. If I wanted to know what time we were meeting so I could plan my day, this controlling. She made me feel like wanting basic human connection was a character flaw. She convinced me that her time was gold and my time was copper. The breaking point wasn't just the prize comment. It was the realization that I was lonely in the relationship. I was more lonely sitting on my couch waiting for her to text back than I was when I was actually single. Since the breakup, my career has taken off. Turns out, when you're not constantly checking your phone and anxiously ruminating on why your girlfriend is ignoring you, you have a lot of mental bandwidth for creativity. I got promoted to senior associate last month. Dave and I are planning another bike trip for the spring. Sarah is coming with us. She bought a little Honda Rebel and is learning to ride. Alice, I heard through the grapevine she's single again. The finance guy dumped her. Apparently he told her he didn't have time for games. Ironic. The lesson here isn't just don't date narcissists. It's about self-respect. You teach people how to treat you. I taught Alice that she could treat me like an option, so she did. When I stopped accepting that, the dynamic collapsed because it was built on my submission, not our connection. If you're reading this and you're staring at your phone, waiting for a text that should have come 4 hours ago, put the phone down, go for a walk, call a friend, build a life so full that their absence is just a blip, not a catastrophe. Because the right person won't make you guess if you're chosen. They'll make sure you know. Edit 2. To the people saying I was harsh at the door, maybe. Maybe I should have been softer. But you have to understand the context. She didn't come to my door because she missed me. She came because her ego was bruised. She came because her control panel was flashing error, and she needed to reboot the system. If I had let her up, if I had slept with her, we would be right back in the cycle. She would have felt secure again, and within a week, I'd be waiting by the phone while she decided if I was worthy of Friday night. I didn't kill the relationship at the door. I just refused to perform CPR on a corpse. Sarah asked me last night if I ever miss her. I thought about it honestly. I miss who I thought she was in the beginning, I said. But I don't miss the anxiety. I don't miss the knot in my stomach. Sarah nodded. Peace is better than drama. Yeah, I said. It is. And it really, really is. Final update. A year later, I proposed to Sarah last weekend. We were at the dog park where we met. No big scene, no photographers, just us and the dogs. We have 2 now. She said yes before I even finished the question. She didn't say, "I'll let you know." She didn't check her schedule. She just chose me, and I chose her. And that, my friends, is the only prize worth winning.